Alright, so... I don't know how many diamonds I actually need. Let me see, I need another pick, I need a sword, and I need a shovel.
I've murdered a lot of beef.
These beefs are tender.
I feel satisfied.
Murdering beef is very pleasant.
Especially if you eat it afterwards.
Oh yeah. I said, there's nothing quite as impressive as watching my friend turn from really kind of mild manner into a psychopathic goat murderer. Because apparently goats are assholes. I mean, like...
They can be, yeah.
Well, it's like you said, you always think, yeah, as he said, I thought, man, maybe goats get a really shitty rap just because of the whole, Bible thing, goats represent the devil, blah, 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 blah. Like, so, maybe they're not bad when you get down to it. And then he owned, like, 3 at once, and he was like, if I could get a job just slitting their throats, I would. Like, it doesn't have to do anything else. I don't get to, I wouldn't have to get to eat the meat, I wouldn't care. If I could just get a job murdering goats, I'd take it. I'd take it right away. Right, like he mentioned, the most satisfying part for him was, well, the worst goat and most satisfying moment he has ever had with a goat before were within, like, 30 seconds of each other. Because he was doing something like cleaning up their shit in the backyard, and one of the goats had a random goat moment of, I'm gonna attack him, or I'm gonna headbutt him as hard as I can. And it headbutted him as hard as he could in the face.
Oh, well.
And its horn actually pierced his cheek.
Uh-huh. Same thing happened to my sister.
So, my friend gets up, and the first thing he does is, start chasing after the goat. And the goat goes, I will now run into the horse's pen because it will totally protect me. And instead what happened was it spooked the horse.
Right.
The horse kicked, and all of a sudden he watched the goat fly through the air about 30 feet. And hit the ground, lay there for like 30 seconds, and then, freak out and take off.
Yeah.
So it's, the simultaneous moments of, I hate this creature, and I love this other creature. But, yeah, I mean... Then there was the time he powerbombed the goat. Nah, that's funny. Oh, I'll use a pig. But yeah, the goat actually attacked him and put a hole in his leg.
Ugh.
Because no matter what they do, the goat apparently would... Well, the goat... No, if they kept it away, or like locked up, it would shriek constantly until you let it out. So they couldn't keep it locked up. And it had been an entire night of listening to the goat shriek.
Mm-hmm.
And then the thing puts a hole in its leg, and he just goes, no, fuck this. Grabs the goat, jumps into the air, power bombs it. Yeah, like, slams it head first into the concrete, and his first thought apparently was, man, are we going to have to eat this thing today? Because it wasn't moving, and he was like, I just killed it, we're gonna have to butcher it now, this sucks. But then apparently it got up, freaked out, and would never approach him again. Which is reasonable at that point.
Yeah.
And when someone, well, I mean, all goats are assholes anyway. But when someone power bombs you, it's best to be wary around them.
I would say.
Yeah, but he was just... Apparently now he has told people around him who, out in the middle of nowhere, actually raise goats, if you ever need any of your goats murdered, call me. I will do it for free. And he actually has. They've called him and gone, we need help. We are getting ready for barbecue. We're going to kill this goat. Do you want to do it? Yeah. Yes. Like I said, this is funny because normally he can talk a good game, but he's very mild-mannered. Mm-hmm. It's just kind of a, alright, goats turned him into a psychopath. Didn't expect that. But Right, we almost...
Yeah, I've had goats. I really don't recommend it.
No. Alright, we have...
Had chickens too. They were a pain.
Chickens are impressive because they will shit in places you don't think that they can actually shit. Like, as I saw someone mention once, you have to get special food dishes or water dishes for them that are specifically designed that way they can't shit or piss in them, or that way they can't shit in them.
Yeah.
And if you don't, they will shit in their own water and kill themselves.
Yeah.
But the water dish that, he showed a picture of from his farm is like 2.5 feet tall.
Yeah.
And it's rounded at top, so it's designed that chickens can't climb up on it and stay on it.
Mm-hmm.
The top of it had to be cleaned off at least every 2 days because the chickens were trying to get up on it to shit. Like, there's literally no reason for them to be up there. There are higher things around that they can climb up on for, their nice little point of view shots. Yeah, so they can look around and make sure that nothing is trying to kill them. Like, they literally just jumped up on this in order to crap on it. That is the only explanation.
And then with guineas, you have the same thing, except they're really stupid and they make a lot of noise.
I've never had to deal with them.
That's fine. But geese are like goats.
I almost... Well, my friend did kill a swan once.
That's not the same thing, but
No.
Swans are assholes too.
Well, no, I was going to say, I've never been bothered by a goose, but... we were walking through the park and one attacked him, and the thing is, swans aren't a native species. You can't actually get in trouble for killing them, because they're actually considered an invasive species. So, one of them attacked him, and he really quickly reached out, grabbed it by the neck, and, just dragged it along by the throat.
Uh-huh.
And I was just sitting there going, what are you doing? Let go. And he was like, no, it's an asshole. It wanted to attack me. This is how this is going to end. I think it's learned its lesson. Let it go. And eventually we, ran by a small ledge or something. And he just whipped it over. And I'm just like, well, we're going to jail. He's like, no, we're not. Well, then we're gonna get beaten up by lunatics who think they're majestic creatures as opposed to assholes.
See, the thing with geese, they're really territorial.
And they will attack the shit out of you if you come anywhere near their water, their nests.
Or just near them.
Yeah.
Because, a goose's territory is just where it's standing.
Ah. So they'll just attack you for retarded giggles. Well, not even, just retarded. Alright.
They'll just attack you for, existing.
Yeah. So, no. I get really... Okay, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Alright, this is the stupidest conversation I have had with a human being in recent memory.
This ought to be good.
Alright, I had a friend who was who posted something that I'm sure they thought sounded really deep. It was, I believe that when intelligent life finally comes to visit us from other worlds, we will be judged by the number of species that we have killed in our wake. I'm like, alright. So, now, my first response was, so you're saying that we will be visited by a species that has never had any history of violence in its entire existence? And his response was, I don't feel like dealing with your trolling. I'm like, alright, no. Let me get this straight. I am not trying to troll. I want an explanation here. Because what you're saying is, we will be visited by an entirely benevolent race of beings that have never caused harm, then we will all be judged by their standards for something that less than 0.1% of human history has ever, the human race has ever done. You know, because I've never hunted a species to extinction. Like, what you're saying is that we will somehow run into an alien race of probably scientists, because that's what most space travelers would probably be, and they will judge us for the judge all of us on a whole for the actions of a few. This is what you're saying. Like, you just don't understand. I'm like, no, I don't think you do. I really don't think you understand what you're saying versus what you're trying to say. And the problem is, what you're saying versus what you're trying to say, both of those arguments are retarded. So, whatever, you all can continue. Because, here's the thing, like, 12 people had replied agreeing with me.
Right.
And there's like, whatever, you all can just keep arguing and trolling. Like, no one is arguing and trolling other than you.
Not that it wouldn't be deserved.
Well, yeah, but it was just... This is a person who has never won an argument with me. Ever. I'm not good at arguing. But I am very... but I will sit and think about what I am going to say beforehand, or at least research it. This man's, he's never won a single argument we've ever had, or an argument he's had with anyone, now that I think about it. And he insists on arguing with everyone. Always. I like debate. I'm like, it's not debate if you're wrong. I mean, there's one side to this argument. The person who is right, and you. Like, his argument was, to me, that Microsoft was way too intelligent a business to have any sort of restrictive DRM before the Xbox One was even announced. And I can't remember the other argument, but it was but it basically ended in me linking him to an article that disproved what he was saying. And his reaction was, whatever. Like, no, you don't get to whatever. You're wrong. You're just wrong. There's no whatever here. You can say whatever you want, but I'm sticking by my guns. It's not sticking by your guns. You're just wrong. It's not, like, you're standing by what you said for any reason. You are entirely wrong. I have disproven what you said with factual information, with reliable, good sources, and proven you wrong. There is no standpoint to have other than that you are wrong. What you are standing by is you are stubborn, is you are going, well, I know I'm stupid, but I said it, so I'm going with it. It's just, whatever, it's your opinion. No!
Opinions don't work that way.
No, opinions and facts are two different things.
Yeah.
This is a fact. I have shown you. See? Right here on the internet. And, I forget what source it was, but it was something he had actually used as a source in the past, because if you're going to fuck with someone, you have to make sure to do it as well as possible.
Yes.
Yeah. And I was like, see, this disproves everything you just said right away. Like, whatever. No, you don't get to do that. I'm right and you're wrong.